Here we go, here's my audience. Nice people. Hi, I'm Tyler Fitzpatrick. America today is not your father's America. The whole layout of the country has changed dramatically over the past several years. Currently, college costs are at an all-time high, and the economy being what it is, in the dumps. College graduates are finding an inability to find jobs after college. Because of this, as Americans, I believe we should push back the college entrance age to 20 years old. As college students, which we all are, we know the struggle of college, the stress, the debts, the loans. I believe that by pushing back the college age entrance, we can make college a more successful endeavor for everyone involved. By waiting until 20 to enter college, we can better gain real-life experience, be more decisive in our career paths, and save money and avoid debt from student loans. Get my feet. By waiting until 20 to enter college, one of the most important things we can do is gain real-life experience. For the first time in your life when you go away to college, you experience independence and freedom that you never had from your parents before. You can go to parties, you can choose what to do with your time, etc. One of the biggest things I think we have with the maturity level at 18 years old is we don't know how to use our time effectively. We don't know how to balance that time. By living on your own and balancing your time, you can really lose your aspect of college. By waiting until you're 20, you have more maturity level to do these effectively. Also, by gaining real life experience, we can also find out what is expected within a workplace. Work experience is now required in almost every job. You can't go anywhere to apply to a job with a college degree. The Institution in Engineering Technology says that although a college degree is warranted, the most important thing about an applicant is work experience. Also, by gaining real-life work experience and real-life experience, you can figure out how the workplace works. One thing college teaches you is that it teaches you how to do your job. It never tells you how to interact with other humans and your bosses and co-workers, etc. Workplaces are a very diverse thing and are very hard to work with because you have to deal with, once again, your co-workers. You have to deal with bosses. You have to deal with strict limits and stuff like that, timetables, etc. So it's hard to really teach that in a college course. To go right along with gaining experience by pushing the college entrance age to 20 years old, to gaining real life experience, pushing the college age entrance to 20 years old, we can become more decisive in our career paths. One of the problems with college age kids is they don't know what they want to do. The University of Laverne reports that between 50 and 70% of college students don't choose to stay within their career path or within their degree plan. They end up choosing different degrees or different programs of study. By waiting until you're 20, you can figure out what you want to do in life. You can actually work in a real life job. You can work in a different experience. You can try different occupations and actually figure out how they work. We'll use an engineering job, for example. If you want to be an engineer, but you can't handle math, you don't know that until you get to the real world. So for example, if you want to be an engineer, you can go to a janitor job or a maintenance job or something like that. Work with your hands to do the math, something like that, to gain real experience and see if that's what's right for you. It also gives you by waiting and being more decisive in your career path, it gives you a better grasp of an actual career. School can only teach you so much. It can only show you what you might possibly do, but it doesn't show you what your actual day's work will be. For example, we'll use an engineer again. School will teach you that, it's a lot of math and science involved, but it won't teach you about having the hours that you'll have to work. Maybe you'll have to work long hours and something that you might not be able to bear originally. So that's something that getting real life experience can teach you, and it'll help you be more decisive in your career. It'll help you decide, this is what I want to do, or no, it's not what I want to do. The last and possibly most important thing that pushing the college age entrance back to 20 years old does is that's an accumulation of all the other things I've talked about. gaining real life experience, and being decisive in your career path is to save money and to avoid debt. One of the biggest things you can do by pushing college off is go to work. Everyone knows that. Working makes money. And having money is much better than not having money, obviously, because having money is positive value compared to debt when you don't have money. Once again, you're also, by pushing back to save money, you're not paying for useless classes. You figured out more what you're doing. You're essentially trying to be the most efficient you can possibly be as a student. And also by going to work compared to going to school, you can save up money to pay for college up front. One of the biggest problems we have is that students graduate college with the student loans and student debt that they can never pay back. It's a huge problem we have now currently. By saving up money up front to pay for college up front, we can better help to alleviate this problem. Whereas we're paying for college, we only pay for what we need necessarily. One of the biggest things we're doing by pushing the college entrance age back to 20 years old is we're learning how to pay bills and manage debts. You have a great choice to set up financial plans and stuff like that. Because as college students, that's one of the things they really don't teach you. They don't give you choices like that. They don't teach you how to set up a financial plan per se. And as George Miller, a prominent financial advisor, says, the financial plan establishes your goals and priorities. And that's what we all want in life, is right? To have established goals and priorities that are really going to, help us to evolve. And now, finally, in conclusion, I personally am a college student. I failed twice. I've been to college twice, and in my endeavors prior, they just didn't work for me because I was young, naive, immature. The reason that my college education will work this time is because I'm older, I'm more mature, and I'm more solid. I have figured things out. College is currently working better for me now because I've gained real life experience. I've been in the workplace for 4 or 5 years. I'm not wasting my time being indecisive. I figured out what I want to do with my life and what I'm going to do to get to there. And I've saved money and avoided debt. I'm currently paying for college up front. And I don't have any more student loans. And this is why I think if we push the college age entrance back to 20 years old, we can all have this. This is all something, we can have a very successful college life. And that's just something I want to share with you. We'll get an audience shot. Wow. There's my audience, there's my audience.
It was a good speech.